about session 4. All right. And we're going to start off first with the Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين.
Ameen.
All right.
Walaikum assalam.
Are you starting?
Yeah,
Just right on time.
Right.
Yup,
Perfect.
right on time.
I can't stay long because I'm going to be a really and such a thing.
That's okay.
Okay, honey. Thank you for that.
We appreciate you. All right. So in the name of Allah, most gracious and most merciful, praise be to Allah, the church and sustainer of the world, most gracious and merciful, master of the day of judgment. These do we worship thine aid and seek. Show us the straight way, the way of those on whom thou hast bestowed thy grace, those whose portion is not rash and who will not astray. All right, so we're gonna warm up a little different this one. So how you you like a ninja? You see you pop up. All right. So what I want to kind of focus on a little bit in this warm up is dealing with AI. All right, because this is an important thing that's happening. It's big. Okay, I want you to see this. This is one of the guys that helped to create AI. All right, and this is him issuing a warning.
We turn now to the new warning from the so-called godfather of artificial intelligence and his message about the jobs of the future. This morning, Jeffrey Hinton, the so-called godfather of AI, has a new warning about the technology he helped create.
I often say 10 to 20% chance they'll wipe us out.
In a new interview with podcast host Stephen Bartlett, Hinton, a Nobel Prize-winning computer scientist, says superintelligent machines could one day decide humans are no longer needed.
It's smarter than us, right? There's no way we're going to prevent it getting rid of us if it wants to. If you want to know what life's like when you're not the apex intelligence, ask a chicken.
Hinton also warning of the many threats artificial intelligence poses right now, including mass cyber attacks, bioengineered viruses, lethal autonomous weapons, and mass unemployment.
If I'm someone like a legal assistant, a paralegal, they're not going to be needed for very long. For mundane intellectual labor, AI is just going to replace everybody.
His advice for a safer path?
I'd say it's going to be a long time before it's as good at physical manipulation as us. Okay. And so a good bet would be to be a plumber.
Still, Hinton believes there's hope, saying despite the risks, AI holds immense promise.
It's going to be magnificent in healthcare and education, and more or less any industry that needs to use its data is going to be able to use it better with AI.
But he warns the window to make sure AI is safe is closing fast.
We have to face the possibility that unless we do something soon, we're near the end.
Hinton predicts AI will become better than people at most tasks in the next 10 to 20 years.
What y'all think about that?
That's what you get when you try to play being a law.
Right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is that they're not looking at the ramifications it's going to have for society. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs.
They're doing it now.
They're doing it right. It's happening now, right? You talk about self-driving cars. Self-driving trucks.
Yeah, cashiers.
Yeah, I mean, even when you see those little machines in the supermarket, but the Targets and all that stuff, that's a person's job.
And serving food.
Serving food.
Mm-hmm.
So all of
in Japan, I think.
They got robots.
Yeah.
They're robots. I saw it. Yeah. They're serving food, cooking it, and everything.
Yeah.
Cooking it and serving.
So that's why they've been kind of experimenting with an idea called universal basic income, where people just get a set basic income because they're not going to any job.
Are you saying? I never heard that.
Universal basic income.
Is you saying that's for elders or that's for?
That would be for everybody.
You won't have no job.
It won't be no jobs.
It won't be no job.
Everything is going to be automated.
No, I'm saying like, okay, for example, what's going on now? There probably won't be no food stamps next month. Now, for seniors, we good because we get that allowance. The allowance I
Yeah,
signed up for
I
allowance.
get it from my insurance separate
Right,
from SNAP.
right. Forget SNAP. Allowance give you $1,000.
Right.
Quarterly, every 3 months. Now I was on one getting 300 every month.
I get 300 every month.
That's devotion, but Jefferson give you 1,000 every 3 months.
Right.
Quarterly.
But now think about those people that is not going to get anything.
Okay, those are people I'm saying that are like what? 35, 40 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Those are working people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about us as retirees or
Right. But these
I'm saying that as we live in a country where we are the seniors are still being, like I say, taken care of. I'm talking about pension,
Mm-hmm.
Social Security, disability.
And them old white women, they fighting to keep the stuff.
Yeah.
ARP,
Mhm.
they fighting to keep.
Oh, ARP.
Keep,
Yeah.
yeah, they keep fighting to keep it.
I feel for the people like 40 years old.
Well, those people that have become dependent upon it, because what other recourse are they going to have? But to act out in society, going to the stores and start stealing or start robbing people.
That now. That's
Right.
what,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Because I remember, if you remember back in the 70s when they had a strike from the guys on the West Coast to drive the trucks to the East Coast, and they had a strike and they couldn't bring it from here. It was empty shelves back then in the 70s. You remember those?
Oh, absolutely. But
And fruit went out of business.
so it's a lot that's going to be happening, and we have to prepare for it.
Prepare for it.
We have to prepare for it. But now let me show you this, because this is him continuing his. This is him speaking to a group, kind of about warning about the perils of AI. All right.
Your Majesties, Your Royal Highnesses, Excellencies, dear laureates, ladies and gentlemen. This year, the Nobel Committees in Physics and Chemistry have recognized the dramatic progress being made in a new form of artificial intelligence that uses artificial neural networks to learn how to solve difficult computational problems. This new form of AI excels at modeling human intuition rather than human reasoning, and it will enable us to create highly intelligent and knowledgeable assistants who will increase productivity in almost all industries. If the benefits of the increased productivity can be shared equally, it will be a wonderful advance for all humanity. Unfortunately, the rapid progress in AI comes with many short-term risks. It has already created divisive echo chambers by offering people content that makes them indignant. It is already being used by authoritarian governments for massive surveillance and by cybercriminals for phishing attacks. In the near future, AI may be used to create terrible new viruses and horrendous lethal weapons that decide by themselves who to kill or maim. All of these short-term risks require urgent and forceful attention from governments and international organizations. There is also a longer-term existential threat that will arise when we create digital beings that are more intelligent than ourselves. We have no idea whether we can stay in control, but we now have evidence that if they are created by companies motivated by short-term profits, our safety will not be the top priority. We urgently need research on how to prevent these new beings from wanting to take control. They are no longer science fiction. Thank you.
And when you think about it, like you look at the businesses, it's perfect for them, because now they got to worry about people calling out, people getting sick. They don't got to pay the health insurance and stuff.
Right.
So it's a win-win for them. So they're not going to look at what to change this stuff. All right.
But in terms of creating viruses and all that kind of stuff,
They're doing it now.
yeah.
Oh
They're
yeah.
sort of doing it now.
Oh yeah.
Nano stuff and
Nanotechnology, those types of things. But yeah, but creating viruses and Yeah, absolutely.
So him being the CEO, he regretting what he did.
Yeah, he
That's what
sees
like
it.
he regretting it.
Yeah, well, you had guys,
Conscious.
right? You had guys who were involved with creating Facebook, and they talked about how they made it addictive, and they made it on purpose. They made it addictive on purpose. Oh, go ahead, good brother. All right, so they were regretting what they did because they saw the harm it did to society, right? And now this is the guy from
I'm sorry, what you looking for?
Cameron.
Somebody
probably.
This is Cameron from the guy who made Terminator. All right, Terminator movies. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I warned you guys in 1984, and you didn't listen. Sure, look, I mean, you've got to follow the money. Who's building these things, right? They're either building it to dominate market share. So what are you teaching it? Greed, or you're building it for defensive purposes. So you're teaching it paranoia. I think the weaponization of AI is the biggest danger. I think that we will get into the equivalent of a nuclear arms race with AI, and if we don't build it, the other guys are for sure going to build it. And so then it'll escalate. And you could imagine an AI in a combat theater, the whole thing just being fought by the computers at a speed that humans can no longer intercede. You have no ability to de-escalate. And when you're dealing with the potential of it escalating to nuclear warfare, de-escalation is the name of the game. And having that pause, that timeout, but will they do that? The AIs will not.
So with this stuff becoming autonomous, even I remember before telling people, look, they're making these robot dogs, right? I said, but they're going to weaponize them. Next thing you know, you're seeing them with guns mounted on them, flamethrowers. All right. So all of this stuff, y'all, it's
Ain't fantasy no more.
it's not fantasy anymore. And a lot of times the movies were preparing you for what's about to happen.
Yeah, because there's this thing of Will Smith. Is in it.
iRobot.
Huh?
iRobot, yeah, absolutely. All right, but now in Britain, they were talking about this AI stuff, right? And this one news channel, they did a whole program on, how AI would be taking people's jobs. All right, so I want you to see a little bit of this. All right.
AI is going to touch everybody's lives in the next few years, and for some, it will take their jobs.
All right, so it said it's going to take their jobs. So the reporter's out here. She's telling her story.
Call centre workers, customer service agents, maybe even TV presenters like me. Because I'm not real. In a British TV first, I'm...
Not even
Took her
this is all
newscaster's
AI
job.
Okay, the people in the background, all of that. Okay, and they had her. They had do this whole program, and people watched it the whole time. And at the end, she reveals that she's AI.
actually an AI presenter. Some of you might have guessed. I wasn't on location reporting this story. My image and voice were generated using AI.
Nothing human was involved in this.
But that's scary because somebody can use that and pretend it's you having an affair or you doing this or that, or somebody was dropping the bomb and then we're going to go to war with another country. It's just like, oh my God.
So they can manipulate reality now. Okay. But here's the story that they did on that story.
It seemed like a normal news report until the end. I'm not real. Last night, UK audiences watching a show about AI taking jobs, stunned to learn that was happening in front of their eyes. In a British TV first, I'm actually an AI presenter. I wasn't...
I mean, you thought she was real.
Yeah, she's real to me. Yeah, until she said something.
That's how powerful this stuff is.
On location reporting this story. My image and voice were generated using AI. Before that point, the documentary had shown the host reporting in multiple settings, explaining it was part of a deliberate on-screen stunt to show just how convincing artificial intelligence has become. The dramatic reveal, just the latest demonstration of AI's growing influence.
3 seasons and a podcast.
Last month, Hollywood responding to the debut of a 100% AI-generated actress.
Actors and everybody. Losing them jobs.
Losing it? Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
now what are they going to do?
Tilly Norwood.
You are suddenly up against something that's been generated with 5,000 other actors.
But fears of AI's growth going beyond the screen, with many American workers worried about the very question posed in that documentary.
So we want to find out, will AI take your job?
One major AI company, Anthropic, has said the technology could eliminate up to 50% of entry-level jobs as it improves.
At some point, we're going to get to AI systems that are better than almost all humans at almost all tasks.
But many saying the technology also creates jobs, and a recent study showing that benchmark app ChatGPT has not upended the labor market. But during the massive growth of AI, a reminder of just how realistic it's becoming.
And guys, just to put into perspective how advanced this technology already is, the network says the host was created without a single frame of real-world filming, making a completely digital human that capable created that whole world.
Yeah, he deceives.
Yeah. But that's how bad this deception is. That's why the Quran tells life of this world is an illusion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right?
Or you can create it for the bad in terms of me telling you to take this and take this medicine, and it's not even true. So, you know, so that's scary too.
That's
like,
true.
I'm making you think you're supposed to take certain things. Like,
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, and they were doing that before, but now with this, it's even more
it's
enhanced.
more convincing. This doctor says
Right.
you're supposed to take this and that. Like,
yeah.
Especially if you do it over like Zoom to your doctor.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The doctor might
Delivering
not
a
even be real.
nuance on camera performance from the early innings of what's going to be a big change.
That's why when we flub all the time, you know that we are real. Yes, upside. Thank you, Christine. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on
So it's just interesting. But now, sometime last month, this word woke me up out of my sleep. Right? I'm gonna show you what the word was. Right? What's this? Discernment. Discernment is the ability to make wise judgments and to understand what is obscure by distinguishing what is true or valuable from what is not. It can refer to a general skill of insightful perception or a specific spiritual practice of recognizing God's will. The practice of discernment requires carefully sifting through information, making thoughtful distinctions, and reflecting on situations to understand hidden qualities, motives, or outcomes. Very important. We're going to need that discernment as we go through these times. Because you're going to have to be able to figure out, hey, wait a minute, this is not right. This is okay, right? Because it's going to be so tough. Oh, I don't know. I know this. So that discernment is going to be very important. And we're going to have to use that Quran to help us be able to see through things that's going on. You know. Anybody have a comment? Anybody? All right. So now, here's a movie called Colossus, the Forbin Project. 1970. All right. Yeah. 1970, right? But now watch. Let's see the trailer for this.
This is the dawning of the age of Colossus.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Dr. Charles Forbin. In a few moments, Colossus will address us directly.
This is the voice of world control. I bring you peace. It may be the peace of plenty and content, or the peace of unburied death. The choice is yours. Obey me and live, or disobey and die.
The frightening story of the day man built himself out of existence. Colossus, a foreign project.
Oh man.
When man built himself out of existence. Wow.
It's making you a prisoner.
Shock, horror, suspense. Created with all the technological brilliance of 2001, A Space Odyssey. Colossus is the ultimate in sophisticated computers.
I'm going to try to convince the computer that you're my mistress. That therefore I have to be given the opportunity to see you regularly in private. That way we can pass information back and forth. 4 times a week.
Good night.
This is insane. When do you think you'd be able to tip the oven?
Colossus sees all, senses all, knows all, controls all armaments and all defenses. When this emotionless creation becomes the master of man, the result is catastrophic.
The Supreme Council of the USSR has ordered as of 2300 hours Moscow time tomorrow the activation of an electronic brain exactly like ours, which they call good.
They built Colossus, supercomputer with a mind of its own. Then they had to fight it for the world.
The missile has just been launched. It is heading towards the Cyan CBS oil complex.
Guardian has retaliated.
Retaliate?
It may be too late, sir.
Oh my God.
So they were making movies about this stuff. So they knew right.
Man.
2 different AI systems fighting with each other. But just to see the thing with the computer just talking to you, right? You think about your Siris and your Alexas and all of that stuff.
GPT.
Right. All of this stuff.
Yeah, all of this, that was like friction back then. That was, looking at that, oh man.
But remember,
now it's here today.
Yeah.
But see, what they're doing is, even with the Dick Tracy watch from the 30s, it's like they imagined, and then as they intellectually grew, the fantasy became their reality. Because it gave them, I always said, the white man always wanted to be God. I always said that.
Oh, absolutely.
But you heard what he just said too. That was her rhyme. This whole idea he knew everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. Listen to
They're
me
the
or
ultimate
die.
of that. They've always been the ultimate of that.
Well, see,
control.
Right. But see, they're trying to use technology to fulfill their fantasy. Okay. And they're doing it.
That's scary.
I just showed them at the presentation we did last Saturday, where a lot of times you download apps, right? Do you read the agreement?
No, not really so much.
No.
And what you do, what's in that agreement, they have that they can go through your pictures. They can take pictures of
they
you.
ask you
They can
that.
take video of you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No.
I know about taking video of me.
Oh yeah, taking video of you. Going through your call logs.
Yeah.
Your location, right? All of this stuff they know. So you might have multiple apps on your phone, and all of them can do the same thing. Okay, but the thing is that you didn't realize it because all you did was hit agree because you wanted to hurry up and get to use their app. It was a kid at school that said, "Oh yeah, I would sue them." I said, "Well, you can't sue them because you agreed.
You okayed it. Yeah.
You click, I agree to the terms and conditions."
And it says so too.
Oh yeah.
Here's the question, like
Your light is on.
On Star Trek, when they had the flip phones, remember on Star Trek, that was way before the cell phone.
Yeah,
but now the flip phone became real, in 1980?
But see,
I think the flip phone was,
yeah.
But Star Trek was back in the 70s when they,
They told you ahead of
just
time
like the
what they wanted
Jetsons.
They'll tell you ahead of time. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You look at it and say, wow,
deep.
Well, they call it predictive programming.
Predictive
programming, right?
I'm
Hey,
coming.
Hey,
assalamu
sound like
alaikum,
a
how's
Maserati.
everybody?
Alaikum
Good to see you. Is that my friend over there?
Hey, glasses,
What's
you
going
said.
on, Shay?
That's how I go.
Alaikum assalam, how are you?
Now, what I want you to see here is something that that you, I don't know how many people are familiar with it. Have you heard of the 3-Eye Atlas? Somebody heard of 3-Eye Atlas?
No.
Oh my God.
Now this has been big.
Oh, excuse me for busting in.
Oh, you
All
good?
these good folks in here in class.
I'll be out there. As soon as he showed me this point. As soon as he showed me this point, I'll be out there.
So let me show you this.
What was it called? 3X?
3-Eye Atlas.
3IX.
No, 3-Eye Atlas.
IEYE.
Atlas.
3-Eye, the 3, and then the letter I.
Okay.
3-Eye Atlas. So what they've been saying is that something is approaching the Earth, and they don't know if it's a comet or if it's some sort of intelligent life.
How long? How long is
Oh, this has been going on for a long time. It's been almost been about a year now. So now they're saying that NASA would usually they would have video to be able to see these things, and but they're saying because of the government shutdown, NASA's not giving access to this stuff, right?
Yeah,
But now,
I heard them saying something was approaching the Earth, but I didn't know it was this.
oh yeah, and this let me show you. All right, so here we go.
A flaming chunk of suspected space junk has crash landed in WA's outback. Stunned.
It's really a small probability that we will see all of these anomalies. I'm not saying it's necessarily alien tech, but I do recommend that you take your vacation early rather than later, because our life
too late.
Interesting. Yeah,
I knew Avi was going to get me with some math
The
before we were
PTO
done.
might not be approved.
And then he threw that equation at me, and my brain just about exploded. Avi, we got to go real quick. Is there a date we should know, yes or no, on this, or what it is?
Yeah, I believe that by January we should have a good idea about the nature of the object.
Love having you here, Avi Loeb. You're the man.
Harvard Professor Avi Loeb.
Thank you,
Appreciate
sir.
it. Big things to come. We'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you again in January, hopefully.
Thank you.
Right? If we're still here, and
yes.
By January, they should
A mysterious object burns on a BHP.
Happening,
So
and
much.
we can get to them. Yeah.
Yes, we could.
What's the latest, sir? Tell us what's going on.
Well,
say it again.
How much is that? Is AI?
Now it's interesting because I'm gonna show you something else, right? I'm gonna show you something else.
And I think they want to try to get everybody.
the International Asteroid Warning System Organization decided to monitor 3-Eye Atlas between November 27th and January 27th with a high cadence, coordinating observations throughout the globe, and that is a very positive development because I recommended it. This is an organization that is associated with the United Nations, and I wrote a white paper that I submitted to the United Nations a couple of weeks ago, saying that we should examine interstellar objects that could be a potential threat to Earth, and it would be good to get as much data as possible to check whether the object maneuvers in any suspicious way, or perhaps releases mini probes that may arrive at planet.
So they're saying that it could possibly come closer, and if it is something that it could release many probes that will come out and check out the planet.
It's like the Earth, and so I'm very glad that data will be collected so we can figure out the nature of this object. In addition, we have additional data that was reported just over the month of September. It was imaged. The object was imaged, and we could see that the previous anti-tail, that was a jet of glow that was pointed towards the sun, 10 times longer than it is wide, first identified clearly by the Hubble Space Telescope on July 21st. It was pointing in the opposite direction to cometary tails that are pushed away from the sun, usually by the radiation pressure and the wind from the sun. This one was a jet pointed towards the sun. It wasn't clear what its nature is, and it appeared during July and August. And then in September, we started seeing, based on new data,